Hi, I'm Jasmine. Today I'm going to tutor you in this last minute Halloween look. Ooh. You're going to need a couple of things for this makeup look. A picture of a skull that you could download off the internet just to use as a reference point, and then a couple of makeup things. Eyeliners, a liquid, and then a cake or gel, and a black and white eyeshadow. If you don't have these in your makeup kit, you can get them at your local drugstore. Then fluffy blending brushes for your eyeshadows, then detail brushes for the eyeliner. When looking at the skull, what you're going to do is map out the outlines for the darker areas that are in black. So around your eyes, your nose, in the hollows of your cheeks. And we're going to start with the cake eyeliner with a detail brush and just trace around the areas that you want to be hollow. Once you have the outline of the shapes you want to fill in with eyeliner, you're going to want to fill it in with a thicker brush like this so that you can mat it down and make it completely solid black. One thing that you're going to want to do once you put on any gel eyeliner or cream shadow that you're going to be using for the black is setting it with black eyeshadow. It's going to crease over the duration of the night, and you're going to want to make sure that you seal it in place so that it stays forever. Going in with a detail brush, I'm going to swipe this eyeliner from the end of my lip all the way into this black shape, and you're going to angle it up slightly. Doesn't need to be perfect, just so you know where the teeth are supposed to align. This is gonna feel weird, but what you're gonna wanna do is get some of that black eyeliner where your lips meet. So you're gonna put the brush in between your lips and kind of swipe back and forth so you get some of the pigment on there, and it doesn't need to be perfect, just so you can kind of see that ending of where the teeth are supposed to go. So like this. Using your black eyeshadow, grab some of the color on the same brush, and then what you're going to do is slightly curve out and then upwards and flick your brush up without putting too much pressure on it. So it's going to give the rounded end of the teeth, but then it's going to fade out up top. So up and then flick, up and then flick, up. The great thing about this is you don't have to be perfect. Imperfections make it look like you're making it your own. So if you don't know what you're doing, you could always go back with more white eyeshadow, or you can go back with more black eyeshadow and just blend until the end of time. Now that I'm done with building out the lines of where the teeth are going to be, I'm going to go back with a brush that's a little more flat and dome shaped, and I'm going to go right where the edge of the teeth are and kind of blend a little bit more with the black eyeshadow. I'm gonna use the same brush because we're gonna be going back and forth, and I'm gonna add a little bit more white eyeshadow to the brush. Bring it to the middle of where the teeth are and then drag it down and blend it in with that black eyeshadow. And that's gonna create the dimension that you want. When you're putting white eyeshadow over the black eyeliner, it's not going to show as strong as it did when you were closer to your mouth. So you could really pack on more over it. It's going to show up more gray than it is going to show up white, but then that's going to make it look like it's receding back into the skull. And so it's going to look like your face is a little more rounded versus flat. So if you look at specific areas like above where your eyebrows are, under the nose, there are some like shadow areas where you could build more dimension on your face by taking like a fluffy brush like this and going lightly in. So I'm going to show you how to do that in case you want to take this look from what it looks like on this side and then adding a little more dimension that I have on this side. So I'm going to go in here, and you can see here it's already pretty dark. Blend it out, bring it down and into your socket. And then you can even go in with your finger. I suggest your ring finger because it's lighter in pressure, and you could kind of blend out a little bit easier, and it'll give a little bit more to the look. And then if you want to make the temple look a little bit more defined, you can go above your brow, bring it in here, darken it up, and you'll look a little bit more sinister, but it'll be more realistic to what a skull looks like. If you want to add a couple of really cool touches, I recommend using liquid eyeliner, and you can make the skull look more cracked. So go with a really fine tip. I recommend using a felt tip if you have it. You could find a felt tip eyeliner at a drugstore and get it inexpensive there. But going in and adding some cracks, so if you start from the outside end, you don't need to be perfect. Add more pressure, squiggle around, and then add like maybe a smaller shape on either side. And there you go, 3 products to make this makeup look, and you're done with Halloween.